Good morning, y'all. Happy Friday. We're going to do a quick wrap up of the week because there's a few things some of you do not know about that have been going on, which is totally fine. And I just need to set a few things that are being talked about publicly straight for the Islanders, so you guys know what to expect in the chaos that's upon us. And then we're just going to kind of talk about all of the different misinformation cronies for a moment, and how that went this week. So let me find my intro here for a moment. Thank you for joining me this morning. They rearranged my appointment this morning to this afternoon. So now I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this done now instead of later. Good morning, y'all. Hold on. I was just texting one of my friends and said, "I'm live now. Put me in your ear." she's already doing chores. What a week it has been. How are you guys all holding up? First and foremost, how is everybody holding up? Hey, Casey. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Pika. Kim, KB, Janice in accounting, Music City, Petty, Jennifer, Dazed and Amaze, Squish, Catherine, Grammy's Place, Casual Art, B, you know, I do that too every time. I'm sorry. It's just a habit. The Real Angel, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in so long. Midnight Shadow, TK, Nash Native, you have a hangover for me? Okay, well, this one won't be too terrible, I don't think. Well, there's that. Diana, so does anybody want to start off with Nonsense might have woke up for her typical nightly wake up run to the girls' room and decided to pop on YouTube because my notifications were blowing up, and then I hit the link on a panel. Was anybody else there? Hey, Lurker. Hey, Claus. Hey, Tia Maria. Midnight panels probably aren't the thing for me to do. Hey, Margot Go. Tia. Oh, there you are. Okay. Hey, Revival. Tia Maria, thank you for being a member for 19 months. I really appreciate you. Hey, Robin. Hey, Brit Focus. You guys know. Smiles, I'm telling on myself all the way this morning. We're going backwards again. Hey, Sheila. Hey, Chocolate. 9mm, Shaby, Betty MCW, KM, it's me, Amber Lee, Kels, Trish, Tia. I think I'm seeing double. That Michelle. Good morning, Thor. All right. Hey, that Michelle. Let's do a quick rundown. So last night, I happened, like I said, to wake up and I was getting notifications because Julie, yeah, where was my babysitters last night? Note to self, hello. I So many of you don't even know what's going on. So let's start there. So I didn't either. I didn't know until I got a phone call. And as I'm on the phone call, she's like, I'm going to send you these as she's explaining it. I'm like, holy shit, there's a lot that's going on. So as you guys know, there's been a few sideline things going on in the chaos of nonsensical bullshit sphere that's like the sideline off of the misinformation and all the stuff that we talk about there. There's been all this sideline hubbub bullshit for quite some time, and it kind of took a boiling point this week in some fashions. So, and this is a huge thank you to Forgotten Whispers, because poor Forgotten, she didn't even realize what was about to happen or what I was doing. So Forgotten Whispers was live. And if you know me, you know that Whispers, we all know, well, most of us around you, if you don't know who Forgotten Whispers is, this is Forgotten Whispers. Forgotten Whispers goes live completely opposite time of me. Like, she is a late nighter and I rarely catch her. So when I do, it's super exciting for me. And I usually pop in and say hello, and I'm there for a little bit and then right back to bed, because I go to bed early because I get up early. Like this morning, I've already worked. I've already gotten kids off to school. I've already done all that stuff. And here we are. So like, I start my days out way earlier than a lot of people, and I'm an early to bed person, but I do wake up constantly through the night. So she was on last night. So bless her soul. Like, this isn't nothing to do with her. She didn't do nothing to me, nothing, none of that. She just had an open panel. And as I'm sitting there, I'm listening, and there is a person on her panel that is going after another person for being in a chat. She was the person that we will call slithery snake, a slithery snake. That's all I'm getting. That's it. Actually, her name is Crime Sleuthin. She was on panel questioning another person from the overlapping communities that goes all over places. Keith has been around forever, about him being in a chat that wasn't being as friendly to her, and she had a major problem with it. So I was like, the fucking audacity. The audacity of this one. Well, you might think, Becky, why did you stick your nose in? Well, I'm going to show you first and foremost, and you can see who else was in that chat. Who else was in that chat? OG Blame Erica Fellenby right there. You know, this one. So I'm going to summarize this week for you really quick and just kind of quickly clear up a few of the rumors that are going around about me. Let me go down my list. Let me quickly correct these. So we've got somebody by the name of Whistle Clown, making videos and clipping people like, let's see if I have the button for that one, so I don't have to say her name, because she's as irrelevant as anything else I've ever seen too. I might have gotten rid of her button because she's so irrelevant. I think I did, actually. Oh, nope, there she is.
Blah, blah, blah sucks.
So was clipping that blah, blah, blah sucks channel, who took a clip from me where I talked about, once again, being one of, like, the stupidest things. When I was talking about all the history of everything out here, I said the only person, when I was explaining the history with OG Blame Erica Fellenby, I had said the only person I've ever called CPS on, because Erica was the one that blamed me for 200 plus CPS calls on her. The only person I've called CPS on is myself. That has been the same story I've been telling for over 2 years. That has nothing to do with what happened to my family from YouTube. Those are two separate incidents. That was years before, when I first got my girls, because they didn't have resources. They weren't part of the system because they weren't in the system at that point in time. They had been previously, but weren't at that time. So I called on myself to get resources for my girls. I've always told the same story. I've always told you guys, Kyle and I have been very open and honest about that, but they continue to twist it up, and they clipped it again the other day, like a big gotcha moment. And they've all been running around screaming and hollering, oh my God, we got her. Oh my God, we got her. It's the most ridiculous thing. I didn't call CPS and make a false report on myself. That was a whole separate issue. But these people are desperate and looking like complete clowns. Now, as far as the irrelevant one that's just yapping, bumping the gums and doing all that and restreaming me and trying to find content and maneuvering over here and stuff, who is a foul person, In general, Flava, I'm talking about her. Let me just name names. She tried to rewrite a bunch of history and claim that I wrote real life by posting court documents because all of them were trying to mislead people that money that was being raised for Letitia and family was going to some vehicle purchase or a car purchase. So I came out with court documents, public court records, and showed those and said, look, no, the money is not being used for any of this situation. This is a previous situation, has nothing to do with what is going on now. Stop the bullshit. And that was that. Those are all still up on Facebook. There's no nothing there. She wasn't a part of anything that I did. She was a side piece of drama that was created and spun, and she can rewrite history all she wants. All of it exists on my page. She wasn't ever a part of the island. She was a side part of the Dono girls that just caused chaos. And there's that. Now there's a person that continues to, like, this person's got a weird obsession. Shady, continue your weird obsession. You lied, period, point blank, end of story. You've been corrected by other people that actually like you once again, and you continue to double and triple down and make community posts almost like on the daily, it feels like, or every other day or 3 times a week. I don't know what schedule I'm on, but I guess this week has been my schedule again because your buddies are like talking shit and you're like, oh, yay, hee, look at me, I'm not alone. So to Shady, you made a short asking me why it wasn't real life. Like, I have a problem with what Sinner does. I don't know why you guys have such a problem with me having a problem with the video of Betty being posted of her DV situation. I guess all of you are fair game, that if you have a DV situation and a creator doesn't like you, they can just go pull history of that and put it on the internet for people to, like, that's so fucking weird to me that anybody condones that, and why they have a problem with me having a problem with it. I guess he wasn't the only one to play it. I didn't know all that. I don't know who all fucking played it to begin with. So no, it's foul across the board. That's it. I don't know why that's such a hard concept, but now it's being questioned why I don't have a problem with her record being read out. First and foremost, that was exposed on TikTok years ago before I started on this platform. Many people, many creators, more than I can name, have gone over Betty's criminal record. I have not. I don't need to do that, but their choice to do that. I don't know if they're showing names, anything like that. If they're showing the victims, I couldn't tell you because it is what it is. I have one stance against something and you guys are fucking crumbling like ridiculousness. So maybe go ask some of the people that you sit with why they showed her or have gone over her record before you come to me, because I couldn't even tell you who's all shown her record. Many people have. It's been years in the making and it's been a complete trickle down effect. So there's that. Who else is on my list? Oh, I got them all out. Oh, and I have not kidnapped any kids. I have not been involved in any kidnapping of any kids, unlike this one wants to say. I think is that for the majority? As far as like this one, I have not kidnapped any children today, tomorrow, any other day. No, sorry. Sorry to disappoint. I still got one under the stairs though. So I think it was B Fergs that said she would take her if she would do her eyebrows. And I said, that was great. Okay. She's ready. I'll help her pack her bags. I'm just joking. I would be lost without Kenzie. I think that's clears up all of that. The big ones that they're not even big to me. They're just ridiculous sideline noise that it's just sideline noise that people are creating and concocting and running with. Now, as far as all the lies and stuff and being told in chats and things like that, y'all let them do that, please. There is some really weird people on this app and they are showing their asses right now. And I am all for it. This is going to tattle on myself. I have not watched one single moment of Flava's live streams, and nor will I. I protect my peace and my energy, and you're not going to rewrite history that we all walked through that I could do over and over again in my sleep. So there's one. Secondly, these people that are in comment sections have lied on me, a lot of them, for 2 years. Hasn't changed before, hasn't changed now. That's going to segue us into what happened on Whispers last night. People that are doing the absolute most, let them. I am not interested. I have so much more going on. We've got a new friend called Julie from TikTok. Julie's a reactor. Julie is sensitive, and it is what it is. They're doing yard work really early this morning. Okay, so I'm going to back up. We're going to come back to this part where I actually enter so you can see it, but I'm going to first go to the comments that I sent her. So poor Wispy, once again, did not know what I was about to do. She had no clue. She was having an open panel and a lot of discussions. Hey, everybody coming in. Hello. Sorry, I'm just trying to list all this shit off so we can move on to fun shit. Well, not fun shit, but shit that I care about. So this comment here was sent to me by one of my wonderful friends to let me know, hey, these things are being said. So I don't even know who this Perp and Dragon shill is account, but this is a super chat that was sent to Flava as she was doing her, framed and set up. You can always tell, like, people came to me and were like, oh, you can tell whose receipts she got. Plus Nunya talked about it a little bit in her live. And thank you, Nunya, for those corrections. I really appreciate it. Nonsense made it so Miss Letitia was in a very dark place back then. Nonsense, please leave this story behind if you actually care about Miss Letitia. I haven't talked about it except for when you guys try to rewrite shit and things need to be corrected. So, okay. And I also did not make her in a really dark place. She had a lot of things going on, unlike many of you continue to think about. And the very people that you guys claim were helping her were putting her in a way darker place than I could have ever. So as far as Miss Letitia, I wish her the best, and that's what it is. I've actually had communication with her, or I did during that story, and unlike the I'll try to twist and turn her and I's communication, it is public. I've posted that long time ago, was kind and not even derogatory. So there's that. So all these other people. Oh, that's who that is, the good Nunya? Well, I'll be fucking darned. Not a shocker there. That one, and yeah, that one is a cater or an extremist cater who makes up the complete craziest lies whatsoever. It is what it is. But I think there was a one time that she apologized to me in a live stream for all of her crazy. Anyways, she's back on the shit. Okay, so cool. Cool. You ask, well, nonsense. Who cares about that comment? I don't. But what I care about is the response to that comment. And look who it is. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, that makes sense. That totally makes sense now of who that is. Thank you, Nunya. So in response to that super chat, there was this comment made, I guess. Again, wasn't there. Got sent screenshots. Here we are. So crime sleuthing. I sent this to Wispy, so she showed it on her panel. Crime sleuthing responds and says, Purple Dragon shill. That is awful. Becky and her YouTube friends did same to me. Did you hear that? One sentence right there. That is awful. Becky and her YouTube friends did same to me. Okay, that's important. And then the word and. Some of them almost caused a friend of mine to unalive herself recently. Sick people. So we talked about how many of you would like to have kidnapping charges or allegations thrown on your name. That's kind of problematic. How many of you would like somebody to accuse you of being involved in some person on YouTube attempting to take their lives? Put a 1 in the chat if you would be okay with it. Put a 2 in the chat if you're like, fuck no, that's going to be a problem. And you can understand why people had a problem and sent it to me. Just reading the room to see who's in here this morning and where your brains are at this Friday, because it's been a long week for a lot of us. Shauna, you wouldn't care. That's totally fine. So only one so far has said that they wouldn't mind. Okay. So only one person is not bothered by that. All right. That's fine. Would you be okay with somebody making accusations that you were involved in pushing someone to and there's a big backstory to this too for everybody's understanding. I'm not going to get into all that because that's somebody's mental health and I don't mess with that, but somebody did, I guess, attempt to self-harm on a YouTube panel, and I was not involved in any of it. Just so you guys know, I do not even know. I know this person, creator, by name only. I've seen her around a few different places, but that is all. I've never had an interaction with her, don't know her, and I don't have any friends. I use the term friends very specifically that are involved with anything to do with this person whatsoever. None whatsoever. In fact, a couple people I do like, she was on panel with not too long ago, and I was in the chat and everything was fine. But okay. So let's just take a look here at what was said and why I hopped up on that panel like a bat out of hell at midnight, and probably should have had a babysitter to tell me to not hit the panel, but I did. I did. So again, just to set the stage, Crime Sleuthin had hopped up there to basically kind of question and go at another sub who was in a chat that wasn't so kind to her. So she was trying to defend herself. So here we go. And she's been having a habit of that lately. She derailed TM's exposure of me. Hey, TM, you might want to hit me up so I can show you the things that were posted about you. I got a whole plethora of shit that I forgot that was, and some of it's really gnarly. If you want that stuff, you can hit me up in the email, nonsenseontheweb@gmail.com. Okay.
Support, and that's okay. We have to be okay.
And just so we know, none of it was posted by me. It was all posted by Molly and her Patreon. But there we go.
With that, period. Right? Truth hurts. In other words, grow up, everybody.
Well, one of my mods grab Wispy's link for me and drop it in the chat, please. Wispy is opposite time of me, so she won't catch this now, but she will catch this hopefully later. But again, huge shout out to Wispy for opening up her panel and allowing this to even happen.
That's right. Nobody has an answer why close comments after live. Yeah, my comments are usually.
Oh, Shauna, you didn't need to send that like that. Thank you. Some people wouldn't be, because they would just be like, hell no, I don't care. So I wasn't shaming you for that. It was just kind of shocking. But thank you for that. But you didn't need to. You could have just wrote it in the chat. But thank you for the support.
Always open my chats. I never turn off my chats, so they should always be available on replays and stuff like that. So I mean, I never have anything to hide or whatever. So I think we all need to be that way.
Now, mind you, I still don't know all of the context before I hopped on panel. I still haven't gone back and watched it. I've been busy this morning and went right back to bed last night. So there's that. So I don't know all of the previous interactions and what had been going on in the chat and stuff. I just rolled in like the fucking freight train I am in the middle of the night. All right. Don't expect too much out of me right now. If you have high standards of me, just lower those bitches before you see this.
And just
lower them, right?
I don't know. We could be better, all of us.
We could be better, she says, and here I come like a bat out of hell.
So and blame Erica. Yes, Erica, right? I set a standard for my channel.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
And you have it that we can be adults here. Yes, you can take control when it gets out of hand. And it's respectful here. Yeah, and that's.
And I didn't even know she was in the chat until after all this transpired, because I have her blocked and I wasn't paying attention to the screen. I was listening. So I didn't even know she was in the mix of this whole situation last night either. But later on, somebody else in the chat, shout out to Good Dunya, alerted that there was multiple in there, and I was like, hot damn, what is going on here?
It's just that's what I don't want to use the word expect, because I have no right to expect anything from anybody. But that's
oh, bloop. Poor Wispy. I didn't even realize this before I listened to it. Like Wispy even when she pushes it up, she's like, oh fuck, what the hell is nonsense doing? Because this is, if anybody knows, this is totally not my time. And if I'm coming up on a panel, something's about to probably be said. And I'm sure she was like, oh fuck, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's
poor Wispy.
That's what I wish for, I guess I could say, because like I said, I can't expect anything from anybody. And that's not my place to do that, right? So
was she?
But to want people to have a respectful chats in my chat, it's obviously worked for me, right? I'm respectful to them, they're respectful to me,
She's talking about respect. Oh, Wispy, I'm sorry. I was so one-tracked mind with what I wanted to ask.
So it's just the way, I don't know. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky and very thankful for everybody that hangs out here for sure. So hello, Miss Becky, aka
Hey,
Nonsense. How are
hey,
you?
Lucy. I'm good. I
Good.
Is
just
that
figured
my nonsense?
I didn't know who that was even.
That
I
is nonsense.
can't even
It's
see.
Julie. It's
That was Jilly. Shout out to Jilly. I wasn't paying. I was still half asleep. Okay.
Jilly.
No excuses for my behavior upcoming. I totally own this shit. 100% stand on everything I said. But I was just not even quite awake yet. I just had a one track mind of, oh, perfect opportunity. Hey. So you were having, I hope you guys are having a good night, but I just woke up to run to the nightly, potty room and saw you were alive and was like, oh, I never catch you and I always miss you. But you were having an interesting conversation about a chat last night. And with all due respect, can I ask Crime Sleuth a question? Because she's up here talking about a chat last night. Is that okay with you?
here we go,
Keep it
folks. Hold on
respectful.
tight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if she's willing to answer, then absolutely, for sure.
Crime Sleuthin, did you happen to say in a chat last night in the comment section that I was involved in a potential pushing your friend to unalive herself?
Nope. Do you want to show the screenshot?
Okay, pay attention to her answer right here. You've already seen the screenshots, the two. There's more of shit talking and stuff like that, but those two specifically, you saw the initial comment that she responded to and what she said. It'll come back up and you'll see it on the screen again. Remember what was in that, and I'll repeat it in a moment. But this is where it gets interesting.
That was shown earlier. That
on
was
my
not
phone.
about you.
That's not my name. Becky Nonsense isn't my name. You weren't
What?
responding to a super chat in a chat last night?
I know what the chat said. It was sitting in front of a live stream for hours today. It
And
was.
the attitude
I was
comes.
not saying that about you.
Okay, so she says numerous times that was not about you. Now, just a quick reminder for anybody coming in that might not have saw this, I'll read you the comment and it'll come back up on your screen in just a second. It says Purple Dragon Shill. She was responding to another comment that had been made. Nothing really disparaging, just rewriting and please leave this stupid shit by Autistic Shill. Okay, no big deal. But Crime Sleuthin's response to that was at Purple Dragon Shill. That is awful. Becky, the name is spelled out Becky. And her YouTube friends did the same to me. And some of them almost caused a friend of mine to unalive herself recently. Sick people. Okay. Just to remind you guys, my name, most of you refer to me as Nonsense. Some of you actually call me Becky, which is my name. Any of you can all call me Becky. It's not a problem. I don't care. But most of you refer to me as Nonsense. But she specifically used Becky. That is my name. See that? Oh, that wasn't about me.
It was a
Okay.
two-part. You want to read it? Have you read it?
No. Oh, I'm just asking you directly because I just wanted to make sure that Cash, she only comes out to play occasionally, but you know who she is. There wasn't any lines confused there because I don't even know who your friend is. That I know the name now, but I don't even know her at all, to let alone to be involved in anything around anything like that. And I don't take anybody's mental health to that nature lightly. So I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page, that I had nothing to do with that situation. Me and you.
Did you see it though? I'm just curious. Did you see the chat?
It's nice. Yeah, I absolutely was sent it.
Okay. Well,
All of
I have a
the
screenshot if
comments that you made.
anybody wants to see it.
She says, I have all of them. Repeatedly. She'll say that over and over again. It took me 2 seconds to send them to Wispy. After I hopped off here, I sent them right over to Wispy, so she knew what the hell was going on.
It's a two-part comment.
Okay.
There was an and then the rest of that was not. The first part of the thing, yes, that was about you. I had your name in there.
Okay. So the first part was about me. The and is where I guess she's trying to claim that it stopped. Let's listen just a couple more minutes before I read it again.
The rest was not.
All right. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that was out in the open because
Sure.
you have a lot of things to say recently that have no weight or water to them. And I mean, it is what it is. You've been blocked on my channel for 2 years and will remain. But with that, Wispy, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your stream. And I'm going to hop off before I do hop off and turn it sideways. Bye.
Well, I appreciate that. You're always welcome up here. You know that. Have a good night.
Thank you,
sweetheart.
Wispy. You too.
All right. Okay. Bye-bye.
And again, a huge thank you to Wispy for even allowing me to question her on her panel. She could have been like, nope, take it somewhere else. But she allowed me to take the opportunity because Crime Sleuthin is blocked over here and will remain over here. Her alts probably come in. I don't care. But I'm not entertaining that. This is not an open door. But with allegations like that are floating around in chats and other people are talking about it and stirring shit up about it and all this stuff, I'm going to address it right here. And I addressed it avatar to avatar, I guess you could say, last night. That's all I want.
Wow, there we go. All right. Well, I appreciate
that was the whole thing that was up on that screen. And this person was saying that it was about her as well, and her name wasn't in it, and it wasn't about her either.
So I don't know who she's referencing here. She's really evasive.
Okay.
She
All
had
right.
me blocked and didn't have the link to the panel. I would have hopped up there and said, hey, no, it's just what.
Aussie Trisha, thank you for the support. Yeah, it's almost 3 a.m. I caught a bit of that live. CS is a troublemaker, just my opinion. People can decide what they want to believe after
It
this.
wasn't about you. What are you talking about? But people just go with whatever they want, and that's fine.
Right.
Beyonce
And I
just doesn't go with whatever she wants, though.
Thank you, Julie.
Hmm?
right. I did not see.
That's a loaded comment.
Okay. It's true.
Shout out to Julie. Julie took up for me big time last night, and I appreciate it.
She saw that chat. She screenshotted it. She assumed that it was about her when it was not, and struck up a live.
good Nunya.
Pissed off about
what's
a
it about
chat that
then?
wasn't about her.
Thank you, the good Nunya. Nunya's given the context of some of this that I don't know because I was busy doing other things yesterday that were quite entertaining.
Okay, well, good luck with that.
Okay.
I didn't see it, so I really have nothing that I can add to it at all. So because I didn't see
Yeah, it's
it.
fine. It was literally nothing.
It was literally nothing, right? And normally I wouldn't even have bothered with sending it to Wispies because I got the answer I needed. I was done with it. But in fairness to Wispy, I was like, no, I'm not going to say shit and not back it up. That's just, if I'm going to say shit, I have shit to stand on. Trust and believe. But I don't show receipts. That's also been an accusation that I've heard too. There's no such thing as receipts over here. So, just this one-off situation, I decided to make sure I had the receipts and threw them to Wispy really quick in an email. And you'll hear that. Everybody's really quiet.
All right.
Quiet now.
Well, I think maybe we will call.
Nonsense. Hold on. The good Nunion says, well, to be fair, you said Becky. So which Becky were you speaking of?
Do you need to pull up the screenshot? Do you want me to email it to you? I mean, Becky saw this chat and she understood what I was talking about, so it's fine.
Speaking to you ever. I'm just referring to what somebody in the chat said. I don't need nothing from you.
I guess they haven't seen it. And was that Nunya that said that?
And she starts to say, she'll email it to her. She can show it, all this stuff. And we're still do. She could have sent it right over. She could have shared her screen if she had it on her.
Yeah, it was Nanya. She said, to be fair, you said Becky. Okay. So which Becky were you speaking about?
Okay. Nunya, do you want me to email it to you so you'll see that it was not about Becky? I can do that.
Yeah, Fit and Curry, and I agree. Like Crime Susan, I will point that out to you that you said it was nothing, but for you maybe it was right. But you have to understand, to other people, maybe it was something, and they could have seen it differently than you, or like this. This right here is a good example of how things can go astray.
In all fairness, Wispy had no clue what was going on. So she's just being given like a once over of situations can pop off and go sideways and not have backing to it. She didn't have in her hands yet the screenshots. So this was completely fair. People can do things and make accusations and not have the backing. That
you know what I mean? Like how things can go astray. It should be between you and nonsense to talk about it. But everybody has an opinion because there was lots of people there, obviously. I wasn't. So like I said, I
Wispy, I wasn't either.
Really had nothing to say about it because I don't know what you guys are talking about. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I hope everybody can,
Just a moment. I do pop back up one time, and I cut Nunya off to even fucking pop off. So just wait for it. The clip that went around the YouTube streets of me telling somebody to shut the fuck up. Well, you're about to get another one of those moments from Becky.
I don't know.
Yeah, I answered Becky's question. So
Right, you did, and that's that's good. That's good. It's between you two, so so we'd like the comment and the response she made to it. I can send it really quick if you would like me to. I can, sure, yeah, send it to me. That's fine. That's fine.
I hate putting people in the position, especially people like Wispy that have nothing to do with this situation without having the proof in their hands, because that's not fair to do to them. So I made sure I went and grabbed her email right then and there and sent it over to her. So there was no questions at all. So she didn't feel like she had to be stuck in the middle of anything. That is called receipts, or it didn't happen. You don't just make allegations without having the receipts to back things up. This is how this is done for those of you that are new or old and have been around forever that have forgot that motto.
Yeah, and then we can actually read it and see what it is. So
Good morning, Helen.
So yeah, it's I don't know how this we have to. I don't know. It's hard not to take things personal on this on this platform, but
absolutely, especially when they're directed specifically at you, like being involved in a kidnapping of a child or being involved in somebody attempting to take their life. Those are a little personal. Sorry if I had an emotional outburst to them.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say right now because, like I said, I didn't see what you guys are talking about. So, yeah, and yeah, everybody is allowed to.
For anybody new here, this is a typical nonsense tattling on herself when her mods let her out of her cage last
To
night.
have their opinions in chat.
They didn't know where I was.
Or deleting comments unless they are, extremely rude or attacking somebody else. Then, just having a different opinion is not attacking somebody else. It's just a different opinion.
I snuck out.
And we have to be able to accept those as well. Not just what we think ourselves or what our opinions of things ourselves. We have to be able to learn from each other.
They have shifts. Smiles is saying, I was working and she snuck off. Revival is blaming Smiles. They're all pointing fingers. Bika I sent to the store to get vape juice because poor thing after yesterday needed that. Chico went to bed. Duchess was in bed. Everybody was behaving. And here I was running amok.
Understand each other. There's only one way to do that. And that's through talking, through communication. So
yeah.
But yeah, I will let me bring him.
Good Nunya wants to know if Good Nunya asked if we posted on our community page, could you show it?
Yes, absolutely.
She's still up there. Like
absolutely. Nunya, let me know if you did that or when it's, and I can pull it up for sure.
Oh, the cherry chapstick. I actually asked for a discount this week because this week's been a little bit of a hell week. If you heard the intro of like some of the accusations and some of the wild shit and the clips, like when I say like there is not like just one channel that can, there is like 15, 16 that all have to lie on me and stir trouble at the same time. And it is what it is. They all lump together. It's quite ironic. So I did ask the HOA for a reconsideration of my debt this week to take it easy on me. The president said she would take it.
Is it the genre? I don't know.
I am a bit in the hole.
Thank you, bitch and sweetheart. I'll start. Hugs to you all. I'm sorry I didn't let you up here. You can try again if you want. You know you're welcome up here anytime you want. You're my sister.
Nisi, it's
Please hold.
Yes, the good Nanya. I like that.
Did
Of
you see
course,
what
I
Miss
like that
Terry
this
said to
week.
you in chat?
No, I did not. I can try and find it though. Oh, here we go. Let me come on. In Flava's chat, she attacked nonsense because she got called out for her being stop the grift.
I'm not
That's
stop.
She was 100% that
We're beyond that point. I don't even care. Those are on members only. I could care less about that whole shit thing. I don't want nothing to do with CS. Period. Point blank.
person she liked here now lying.
That was
So
on
yeah.
That's so stupid.
I still believe. I believe.
The person that has an alt account uses it for a purpose, right? They usually want to say stuff that they don't want to say under their real name.
Unless you're blocked and you can't comment and you are desperate to comment and you use your alt. Anyways,
That's usually
Right.
the purpose. I say
I mean, I proved my point on that too, but
what I want to say right here with my name. I have no reason or need for an alt.
she stands on everything she says. Mhm.
That person, Stop the Grift,
It's Leah.
went out and put on their community post wall, they're
Love
not me. And I've said, I'm not them. What else could you possibly do? It's just stupid. I don't have any alt accounts. None.
You guys are out
Zero.
of control this morning.
I don't need them. That was started.
I just gotta tell you guys a secret. When we've made it through Hell Week like this, my mods that have been around forever, my friends, my actual friends that I consider friends, they get so sideways with their comments and their jokes and shit. And I love every minute of it because we're like, what are these? Where are they coming from? Who opened the door to the funny farm? And we're closed for business. We have no more vacancy. There is no more. No, shut the door. The funny farm's full, zero vacancy, but they get really cheeky with their comments. And I really enjoy it.
By nonsense.
By
She said she
nonsense.
thought that it was me. It's just, it's dumb.
Right.
Even
Okay.
even you said that.
It was done. Wait, I want to hear that again. I didn't even catch that. I was emailing. Let me catch this again.
So yeah.
That's so stupid. The person that has an alt account
Oh, I don't care about that.
uses it for a purpose, right? They usually want to say stuff that they don't want to say under
Shelly.
their real name. That's usually
Right.
the purpose. I say what I want to say.
Shelly, you're never left out. If you're an Islander, it's all for one for all. We're burning it down together.
Right here with my name. I
None
have
of
no
you are left
reason
out. I'm taking y'all
or
with
need for an alt. That person, Stop the Grift, went out and put on their community post wall, they're not me. And I've said, I'm not them. What else could you possibly do?
it
It's
is.
just stupid.
It's Cash's
I
fault.
don't have any alt accounts. None. Zero. I don't need them.
You don't need them.
That was started by nonsense who said she thought that it was me. It's just,
No, I showed receipts of why I believe it's you. But there's that.
it's dumb.
Right.
Even
Okay.
even you said that. They emailed me and sent me a link to the
She probably, in all fairness, Wispy probably hasn't even seen the videos of what I had to link it up and whatever. That's mute.
live in which you talked to them, to that person, Stop the Grift in your chat.
Hey, Muffin Mouse. Oh,
Right.
she got my email.
Okay. Here is.
Anyway,
Oh, shit. Anyway.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so let me just give me a second here and I will move this chat. I'll take the overlay off just so we can see everything. Let me
I love
see
this.
if I can.
For crime sleuthing is
Kind
fun.
of big. We can't see the whole thing. Hang on a second here. Save image. And then the second one.
Good morning, Katie.
Okay, I'll do it the other way instead because it's really big.
Good morning, everybody.
So.
Oh, Ellie or Elle. I always do that to you. I'm sorry you're crying.
Okay, so let me get back to the chat here.
Elle, baby. I hope it's a better day. I'm really sorry that you're struggling today. Give yourself grace.
And hide this. Okay, so Purple Dragon Shill said, nonsense made it so Miss Letitia was in a very dark place back then.
Wow.
Nonsense. Please leave this story behind if you actually care about Miss Letitia. By Purple Dragon Shill. And the second one is is a comment by you, Crime Sleuthin, and it says, at Purple Dragon Shill. That is awful. Becky and her YouTube friends did the same to me, and some of them almost caused a friend of mine to unalive herself recently. Sick people.
Nanya, me too.
Yeah.
So that's
not
what
cool.
he's talking about.
Okay, so let's think about that for a moment. Okay, when I said that is awful, Becky and her YouTube friends.
We're going to think about that. We got to think about that. I got to make sure you guys all got your thinking caps on before we can hear this, because this breakdown is epic. Everybody got your thinking caps on? Let's think about this for a second. The comment on your screen. Let's think about it. We heard already that it's not about Becky. It's not about Becky. What are you talking about?
People.
Yeah.
So that's
not
what
cool.
he's talking about.
Okay, so let's think about that for a moment. Okay, when I said that is awful, Becky and her YouTube friends did the same to me. There was another comment that is missing here, and I don't have the chat, but you'd have to go through the chat and look. There was another comment about, I think it was about doxing or something.
Where did that part of the story come from? Where did that part of the story come from? So if originally it wasn't about me, you could send over the screenshots, which you chose not to do. So I went ahead and did it with the original comment that you were replying to. It wasn't about Becky. Here's Becky right there in the comment. I'm not following this logic. Maybe it's just too early on a Friday morning.
So I believe what the topic was about. And then she had made a comment about, the person being in a dark place, whoever that lady is. And
notice the term doxing came out of her mouth right there.
That was my second part of my comment.
Oh, second part of her comment.
Okay.
I was responding to more than one comment.
Oh, yes, she was. Sure was. She has a lot to say always.
All right.
And
All
it's
right.
true.
Okay. Well, there's the answer to that. I appreciate you addressing it and giving your take on things. So yeah. Some people might not like it. Some people.
Poor Jilly's over there chomping at the bit.
But yeah, she said it wasn't you. Yeah, she said it wasn't nonsense. Now it is. Come on now.
I said directly to nonsense when she was just up here. The first
I'm just going to be simple, and then I'm going to jump off my friend's panel because I am not going to disrespect it. But you're a conniving shit stir. You know that? You go from chat to chat to chat to panel to panel to panel, causing fucking problems, and it's bullshit.
And 100%. Can we get a round of applause for Julie in the chat?
It's complete bullshit. You're a joke, a complete fucking joke. You need to read the room, read the panel, and go hide in a room for a while and learn from your mistakes because you ain't learning shit.
There's Julie.
Whatever. Did I not say directly to Becky, to her face? I said, yes, the first part of that was about.
Ma'am, if we were ever face to face, this situation would have gone differently. And I guarantee you wouldn't have had that energy. And you would have probably, oh my God, can I hug you? No, I don't like hugs from people. But I guarantee that you would have said a whole lot different story, even though you just twisted it online. Even I guarantee there would have been another twist. I don't even know who Becky is. Who are you?
About you. The after the and was not. That is what I just said to Becky.
Oh, after the and is not. The and, how dumb can we all be? The and separates this. What is wrong with all of us? The after the and, even though it's the same sentence, Becky and. So I guess it's just me by name, Becky and then stop. Or is it the second and? So Becky and her YouTube friends did the same to me. And second and. Some of them almost caused a friend of mine to unalive herself recently. Sick people. So which and are you talking about?
Whatever. Did I not say directly to Becky, to her face? I said, yes, the first part of that was about you.
Oh,
The after the and was not. That
Oh.
is what I just said to Becky
that's not
when
what
she was up here.
No. No, you told me it wasn't about me.
Right.
That's what you told me. Good morning.
All right. Well, I mean, I'll give my opinion just on your comment. Just by me reading this comment, I do take it as you are including Becky in with your entire comment. And maybe, maybe it was written out wrong, or, there should have been a comma or a period somewhere to make it.
Definitely a run-on sentence, not proper capitalization. There's problems with it. It must have been a midnight
A
dream.
little bit more understandable. But just from myself reading it, I would think that you were including, it's Becky and her friends. So I would think that you're including her in whatever you're trying to talk about for sure. So
No, the first part, yes. I said, that is awful. Becky and her YouTube friends did same to me. That was about the doxing.
Oh, that was about the doxing. Well, shit the bed. There's not a comment about doxing. Well, there probably was. But Becky and her friends did the same to me, and that was about doxing. So now the story changes. So now it's not I'm involved in attempting to push somebody, or somebody's attempted unaliving. Now it's I was involved in doxing. Well, shit the frickin' bed.
And
Right.
some of them, the rest of that was not about her. I
Right.
agree. Maybe I could have made it 2 comments because I was responding to 2 different chats.
Oh, she
So
agreed.
I
Right.
agree.
She
I
was
understand why it would be taken differently,
Oh.
but yeah, that's not what I meant at all.
Mm.
Okay, well, I appreciate you putting that out there and answering the questions. So
Yeah.
hello, Miss Nanya. Miss Nanya's up here.
Hello.
Yeah, Nanya, she should have absolutely been a little clear. But that's an interesting part too, because doxing, I was never a part of whatsoever either. And what she's going to give as an example, I didn't partake in.
So
Hello.
I am curious to know, where did Becky dox you?
There comes Nanya.
If Becky wants to ask me questions, she can. I don't owe you.
This is my favorite part of the whole stream right here, though. I have to say, this right here is fucking epic crime sleuth.
So
Yeah.
hello, Miss
I gotta
Nanya.
rewind
Miss
it.
Nanya's up here.
Hello. So
Hello.
I am curious to know, where did Becky dox you?
If Becky wants to ask me questions, she can. I don't owe you any answers, Nanya. I just don't. And this is and I've got it. I've got the whole clip. So,
Well,
so let me ask you a
where's the
question.
part of the
Let me ask you
conversation
now.
in the
Let
middle?
me ask you. Okay, let me ask you a question. I think this will clear this up.
So I was pissed. I'm going to tell you right up ahead. I come in disrespectful as fuck at this point. So be prepared. I cuss, I talk over people, and I've had it because Nanya asked respectfully a question. Where was this doxing? Where was I involved in this doxing? And she instantly goes to, I don't owe you anything. You say you have all of these receipts and all of this stuff that I've done and all of these things. You played semantics over a comment you made instead of just owning it and saying, yeah, she had nothing to do with it. That's what you first said, is I had nothing to do with it. That's all I cared. And then you continued on to rewrite the story and add all these other pieces and parts to it. And now we got to a part where I'm being accused of being involved in doxing you. What? Are you joking? So the energy shift is coming.
Okay.
If I were to go on my channel and I found a video in which you were on it, right, and it showed you, a video of you with your full name and your location in that video, and I go and play it on YouTube.
So what she's talking about is a public news article that was passed around the YouTube streets of her from a protest years ago in her community. That was done on other panels. I had nothing to do with it. I was not a participant on panel. I think I might have been in a couple chats during that time, had no clue. Don't know the depths of all this stuff. I avoid like the plague. This is another one that I avoid like the plague. So I know bits and pieces of a lot of different stories of a lot of shit that she's been involved in, but I've never been involved with doxing her whatsoever. So this little game that she's trying to set up right here anyways, doesn't matter. Period, point blank. I've never been involved and she can't prove it. And that's why there will be no receipts for that. She, however, is using this whole public news article that people found, not me again, nothing to do with me, and trying to set the stage.
With your full name that you haven't put out on YouTube, doesn't matter, whatever, with your full name and your location. And I say, hey, this is a 5-minute video. We're going to play it up until 4 minutes and 55 seconds. Because at 4 minutes and 57 seconds, it's going to dox this person. It's going to show her face.
Nanya, you're in the chat. Can you tell me where, do you remember where, or Wolfie, or anybody that knows the history better than me, do you remember where that video was initially played? I know it ended up getting played on Deets, but that was because it was played somewhere else, and Crime Sleuthing was there when it was played on Deets, if I'm correct about that. But it was played somewhere else, and then Deets was, something happened, Crime Sleuthing was present, it got brought up, and she was there during it. But Voices was the first one, Lindsay. I don't remember specifically where, but in my understanding, she had been doxxed before that previously too. I don't know all the ins and outs, but other people have documented all of her shit for a long time. I'm not interested.
Her name and where she lives. And then they go and play the video. And then I play the video all the way up to 4:55.
Okay. Thank you.
And then in addition to that, I'm showing the YouTube channel where this video that I dug up by.
It's a public video. Again, I do not consider it doxing, but she is going to play some antics. And she, again, is trying to claim that I was somehow involved in this.
Doxing is, and the link to the video.
I don't.
Is that not doxing?
No.
For me, it is not. It's a public video. I stand by that no matter who it is. It's a public video. So to me, that is not. That's out in the public.
How
for
is
the
that
public eye to
possible?
see. So if you did that to me, no, I would not consider that doxing. I know that video is obviously out there, so that's a big difference. But here's my question.
And SS, I'm sorry. I came in like a wrecking ball. Didn't know that you had popped on panel right before me. I was hot.
Nanya.
When did Nonsense show that video?
Oh
Yeah,
God.
thank you, Nanya. Since you won't answer, Nanya, where was I ever a part of you ever being in a video being doxxed?
Okay, hey,
I'll wait
Wispy,
for you to
I'm
prove it.
done. I'm done.
Because you can't prove it because I never.
No.
See right there. She said she wouldn't answer Nanya. She didn't owe Nanya anything. And I come up there and ask her with a little shifted energy. And she's, I'm done.
Pardon you being doxxed.
Sure.
You are a liar.
Say that. You're the one who got up here and derailed, not me.
I'm sorry, Wispy. I'm out, but she is a lying.
I came up
of
here
shit.
with a level head. You're the one. I have been yelled at and cussed at and called all kinds of names. And the chat.
I didn't call you any names besides a liar, which you are.
It's just ridiculous. Y'all want to believe what you want to believe. I don't care.
No, that was me that rage quit. Let's be truthful here. I was the one that rage quit before I lit that whole fucking thing on fire. I rage quit. I ran because I was not going to burn it down for Wispy. I got what I needed. She couldn't answer the question of where I was ever a part of the doxing. She started to do her little spin again, and I had it because I was going to pop the fuck off. And out of respect for Wispy, I rage quit.
It's fine.
Well, I think the challenge is though is that you feel like you can go around anywhere saying about everyone.
And I caused an echo. I left my demons behind.
Yes, just stop.
And there's nobody is going to question it, and they're just supposed to believe what you said.
Choo-choo's mommy, a lot of bullshit. A lot of false accusations were made this week. And I am correcting some of these huge false accusations, like being a part of any group that caused somebody to try to unalive themselves, like being involved in kidnapping of someone's child. I'm just doing a quick Friday recap because a lot of you don't know all the shit that's been going on, but there's segments floating here and people talking about it here and this and that and all these different little things. It's being rewritten that I called CPS on myself. Yes, I called CPS on myself years before anything with YouTube related to get resources for my little ones. I've been open and honest about that from day one, but that's being rewritten by multiple channels. If you back up, you'll get a whole breakdown of all the different lies and things that I'm correcting. Thank you for being here too. Sorry, it's confusing.
Somebody has an echo.
Just understand if this is confusing and you don't know, if you want to invest your time and energy into all that, please do. But this is a recap right here because some of you have been coming to me and telling me about certain things that you're seeing or things that you're concerned about and accusations. So this is we got way better shit to be doing. There's new characters again, and I might have gotten under one of their skin last night, and it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, so that's how it happens. If everybody can mute just for a second, then echoes happen. I understand that sometimes, but yeah, if we can all just mute for a second, then.
Oh, she's still up there.
Okay. Nanya, what were you done? Did you have something else you wanted to add?
I was also curious to know who were the YouTube friends that
No, nope.
that some of
We're
them
not doing
almost
that.
caused a friend of mine to unalive herself. Who are those?
You
YouTube
know exactly
friends?
who they are. You yourself
No,
know
I don't,
exactly who
because
they are.
Nonsense
You
is
are
very
trying to bait
adamant
me.
she doesn't have
You're
YouTube
trying to
friends
bait
like
me,
that.
and I'm not going to
So-
do it.
And then he was like, Nonsense is very adamant. Yeah, tell me who my friends are that were involved in this. I'll wait. I need a list.
No, I'm asking you a question. Like, I don't understand.
I don't care. I'm not
You
answering
came
it.
here to tell your story, right?
Nope.
No, I didn't come here to tell my story.
Really? So you didn't want to email all these things that have been happening to you?
No, you're ridiculous. Just stop.
Casey, run from this one. This is addressing drama and crazy accusations. Run. This is the fucking tiring, exhausting, stupid bullshit on these internet streets that grown-ass adults can't stop doing and controlling themselves.
Okay. Well,
I didn't
no,
come after
Crime Susan, here's the
did
thing. I
not
think
come
the thing that
after
you miss is maybe it is time for you to stop.
Mal, it's your fault. The Funny Farm door got opened and people are being let in. Can you please close the door to the Funny Farm? We have no more vacancy. Thank you.
Like, you go
No,
around saying that
you
all these
have
things
to
happen,
stop.
and then when you're called out on
Okay.
it, you get defensive.
By the way, it's just Friday, so we're all passing the buck over here. It's everybody else's fault because I escaped last night at midnight and hopped on a panel, and here we are.
No, you guys.
And you're like, oh my God,
blame-
everybody's coming for me, but nobody ever comes for you.
I'm in your intro 3 times. So who's watching who? Girl, stop.
First of all, you're definitely
I
not
was
in the Good Nunya's intro. That's first. Second of all, you're in the HOA intro because you talked about the HOA, but guess what? So did a lot of different people. That doesn't make it like better or not. I'm sorry, Wispy. I try to be respectful, but I'm trying to understand her
There she went. She fell off.
comment, because to say that somebody almost caused a friend of hers to unalive herself, like, that's a very serious accusation to make against people.
Yeah, it is.
And to not
Mal is not responsible for any of that. That was facetious as fuck for anybody new.
not put names on it, like, that's wrong.
Right. I agree. That's a very harsh thing to say. And to put it out publicly
Mal, you can blame that on me. We'll just play past the buck. It's Becky's fault. It's Mal's fault.
is it's a dig, right? It's a dig. It's put out there on purpose to throw a dig, and I don't agree with it. I don't think that this comment should have ever been put out. I will say that for sure. So definitely.
Oh, thank you.
Good. Thank you, Nanya. I appreciate.
So that's that. So I'm going to back it up just so everybody is clear, though, of what she originally said, because that's telling to me. Like that to me is the most telling part of this whole thing. Is originally none of that even had anything to do with me. And then it turned into I was a part of doxing. Crazy how things get twisted around out here.
That's what I wish for, I guess I could say, because like I said, I can't expect anything from anybody. And that's not my place to do that, right? So but to want people to have respectful chats in my chat, it's obviously worked for me, right? I'm respectful to them, they're respectful to me, so it's just the way.
Yeah, it's somebody I don't even know, Mal.
I don't know. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky and very thankful for everybody that hangs out here, for sure. So hello, Miss Becky, aka Nonsense. How are you?
Wispy. I'm good.
Is that my nonsense?
Who's that?
That is Nonsense.
I can't even
It's
see.
Julie. It's
Julie.
Julie.
Hey. So
You can tell I'm like,
you were having, I hope you guys are having a good
Hello?
night, but I just woke up to run to the nightly, potty room and saw you were alive and was like, oh, I never catch you and I always miss you. But you were having an interesting conversation about a chat last night. And with all due respect, can I ask Crime Sleuth a question? Because she's up here talking about a chat last night. Is that okay with you?
Here we go,
I'll keep it
folks. Hold on
respectful.
tight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if she's willing
Julie gives a warning. I didn't even realize that. Julie gave a warning. Hold on tight.
to answer, then absolutely, for sure.
Crime Sleuth, did you happen to say in a chat last night in the comment section that I was involved in a potential pushing your friend to unalive herself?
Nope. Do you want to show the screenshot that was shown earlier? That
on
was
my
not
phone.
about you.
That's not my name.
That was not about me. Where'd that go?
Becky Nonsense isn't my name. You weren't
What?
responding to a super chat in a chat last night?
I know what the chat said. It was sitting in front of a live stream for hours today. It
And
was.
the attitude
I was
comes.
not saying that about you.
Oh, that wasn't about me.
It was the
Okay.
two-part. You want to read it? Have you read it?
No. Oh, I'm just asking you directly because I just wanted to
Okay.
make sure that there wasn't any lines confused there because I don't even know who your friend is. That I know the name now, but I don't even know her at all, to let alone to be involved in anything around anything like that. And I don't take anybody's mental health to that nature lightly. So I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page, that I had nothing to do
Yeah.
with that situation. Me and you.
Did you see it though? I'm just curious. Did you see the chat?
It's a
Sorry,
nice,
if you
yeah,
look at
I
it.
absolutely was sent it.
Okay. Well,
All of
I have a
the
screenshot if
comments that you made.
anybody wants to see it.
She always does that same thing too. I have the screenshot if anybody wants to see it, and never sends. It takes her hours. She has technical difficulties. That's something I've learned too.
It's a
There's not
two-part
just one.
comment.
Okay.
It was an and then the rest of that was not. The first part of the thing, yes, that was about you.
Oh, so the first part only was about me.
I had your
Okay.
name in it.
The Becky part.
The rest was
Okay.
not.
All right. Okay. Just wanted to make sure that that was out in the open because
Sure.
you have a lot of things to say recently that have no weight or water to them. And I mean, it is what it is. You've
That's
been
your
blocked on my
opinion.
channel for 2 years and will remain. But with that, Wispy, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your stream. And I'm going to hop off before I do hop off and turn it sideways.
Again, plain semantics all day long. It doesn't matter. I'm not involved in anything like this. And my heart goes out to the person who this is about. I think it's disgusting. If you are such a friend to this person, to go around into chats and leverage somebody else's situation for your own personal gain, first and foremost, I think you're disgusting for doing things like that. I thought you're disgusting, period, point blank, end of story. To even sit on a panel next to you isn't worth my time, but I'll be damned if you talk shit like this and I don't say something back to you. Anything else? Any other questions of the weekly wrap up? We've got a few misinformation cronies that are popping up and doing the most and going back to the first interviews. And we've got an interview coming up tonight with Seth Rogers and Tony Mathis. That'll be interesting. But we've got At Night Media promoting it. And on the post, it says licensing and broadcast notice. Restreaming of this broadcast is strictly prohibited without prior written permission. Television networks, streaming platforms, and national broadcasters must secure appropriate licenses unless previous granted blanket coverage by At Night Media or One World. For licensing inquiries, contact license@atnightmedia.com. Join the conversation live on YouTube. Media contact, One World Public Relations. Media at One World. How many fucking emails does At Night and One World have? I mean, for crimini's sake. So YouTube platform fair use falls into play, but I guess you need to ask for a license. So, I mean, if you want to watch it, I say go watch it on Seth's channel. That's my thing. People are going to do what they want to. I found that to be just ironic, though. So there's that. But that's pretty much your weekly roundup of the fuckery on the YouTube. So let me just run back quickly through my list of corrections here so nobody is confused about what we're talking about. So the Whistle Clown has taken stuff from, hold on, I gotta get my button. I gotta be faster about this. I could have really rolled this like a weekly wrap up on SNL. That's what I kind of feel like we're a part of right now. So Whistle Clown is taking clips
Blah,
from
blah, blah sucks.
and claiming that they got a gotcha moment and I called CPS on myself, you dumb bitches. I absolutely did, way before YouTube and any presence on YouTube to get resources for my girls. That has nothing to do with what happened via YouTube, but your good gotcha moment failed short. Per usual, crime sleuthing we just addressed. Shady asking and having an issue on behalf of Sinner and asking why I don't have a problem with people reading the police reports. Again, I didn't know all these other channels had played that body cam video. I stand against all of it. So everyone that played it and entertained that, I think it's foul. I think it's crossing the line because that's a personal situation, had nothing to do with YouTube. But again, it's just my opinion. I don't know why it bothers people that bad, but she wants to know why I don't have a problem or haven't spoke on, because I don't even speak on that situation until you weirdos continue to make it weird and you are making things a huge issue. Like, why does it matter if I have opinion on him posting that? It shouldn't matter to anybody. That's my opinion. I've talked on it more now than I ever have because you guys won't shut the fuck up about it. As far as her police record that was put out on TikTok, many channels have gone over it and reviewed it over and over again, not making excuses for it. Couldn't even tell you the length of them. It wasn't just, yep, this is who I'm talking about right now, Revival Shady. And her weird posts and stuff. I guess I'm on a schedule of hate bonding. Her big thing is she claims that she didn't lie about me. I corrected that too. She did absolutely lie. She tried to misinform people. She also, about a year ago, tried to claim that I was involved in doxing of somebody else or go in real life on somebody else by the name of Unirock, which never happened. But there's that. She's lied on me multiple times. She's really triggered by the fact that she has been called out for lying, and that's it. So they continue to just reach and do other stuff. As far as Flava, again, it is what it is. Let her burn that down. I mean, I could care less. Haven't entertained it, won't entertain it. She's got a buddy. She's got a friend in Laura. So have fun rewriting the history. The accusation that's being made, one specifically that I know of because of Nunya's video and her correcting it, is that I went real life on Letitia by posting public court documents to I don't know her exact words, but obviously she is claiming that because I posted public court documents about what Letitia was going through that had a completely separate situation from anything to do with the fundraising on YouTube and Marvon, had something to do with a vehicle that was going real life. Those are court documents. They're still up on Facebook, still to this day. All of that stuff was being twisted and turned. I came out and used that to correct people and say, no, this is a completely separate situation. That's it. And it is what it is. I don't care. And I'm not involved in any kidnappings. That is your weekly recap. My friend Julie. You guys want to listen to my friend Julie that I met last night before we get out of here? Is there anything else that I need to address? There are huge accusations that you can think of in the chat. If you do have a question, please ask me now or forever hold your peace because I am just fucking over it. And to the Islanders, if you didn't know, this is called Fire Island. This bitch has already been burning, and if they think it's going to burn away, try again. We just keep on keeping on. Let's see here. Let me find Julie's video. Do not send any hate to Julie. She's just doing her thing over here. Her video didn't just trigger me, it triggered a lot of people. So there's that. Do we have goats on this island? Hell no, especially not with 30 feet. Nicole, we got to talk about that in private though, because that will become the next YouTube rumor that I be first. You guys, we're trying to get away from these, not make it sound like we're actually all involved in kidnapping. And by the way, one of my emotional support humans has a real job. Well, a lot of them do. 99% of the people around have real jobs, but she has been unable to be present. So yesterday I got to talk to her on her lunch, and I said, thank God Kyle had a couple down days, so he was home with me, because you were at work and not available to talk on the phone. And I didn't burn everything around me down. Kyle, and I have held Kyle back from cussing out a lot of people. The only one he really has cussed out is Steve. That's it. Okay. Here's our friend Julie's response to my live stream.
My very first live on YouTube tonight. I think it went pretty well. It was on the Sebastian Rogers case. I was sharing pictures that one of my followers, who was also an autism parent, had sent to me about the cameras on the.
Okay, so quick once over for anybody that doesn't know. This was the second live stream I did yesterday about misinformation, cronies, and the new character. This is our new character, our new friend, Julie. She is from TikTok. She's got 77,000 subs on TikTok. She decided to use her TikTok to promote and start a YouTube channel. Oh, Beefrick, she would. Yeah, she absolutely would look good with a wispy bang. But she has came to YouTube. And what she decided to do with her breaking news segment, multiple promotions of this live stream that she was going to do, okay, let me give a little further breakdown. She is an author. She has experience in the autism realm of being a step parent. She has a lot of strong opinions and a lot of interest in this case because of her personal experience. So she somehow connected with a sibling of a neighbor. Her story kind of got holes in it, so we don't know if it's the neighbor that she connected with or the sibling of the neighbor, truthfully. But this neighbor and her, Miss Julie, was doing a segment on deceptive language patterns. Deceptive language, because she did some research on the internet and found that when Katie and Chris were on with Nancy Grace, she paused differently after certain questions were asked. And one of them was about cameras on the home, surveillance cameras. And she had a major issue. She went through and edited. You can see all of this in the beginning of my last video, but just a quick recap so you don't have to do that. She went through and showed how you can edit videos and the different lengths of time between pauses. Meanwhile, this was on Nancy Grace, which is a television show. Then that was screen recorded by her. She admits that she did a screen recording of that video. So you've got multiple potential for error and additional situations there. So we truly don't know what the pauses really were, but she made it into this whole series on TikTok of how there was something deceptive about that. Well, then they take it a bit further, and she gets in contact with this neighbor or the sibling of the neighbor, and she gets pictures of Chris and Katie's home. She zooms in on the side of their home, and she's looking at a floodlight and some other things on the side of their home. And it's a big breaking news. Nobody on YouTube has seen this. Nobody knows. Well, first and foremost, we know that there was other people talking about surveillance stuff being installed after he went missing because of all the craziness. But she made it into a big, huge gotcha moment last night, did a whole live stream, a few lives promoting it, and it was a complete shit show. And Julie says in there that she's very sensitive, so please be sensitive to her feelings.
The house of the Proudfoots that they said on Nancy Grace that they didn't have when they did have it. Deceptive speech patterns in that interview, and they saw that video I made this past week. It was very triggering because the person who sent it to me is also an autism parent, and we care in the autism community about this case for obvious reasons. Sebastian's autistic. I'll have this universal response, not understanding Katie Proudfoot and why she is behaving in such an absolutely deceptive and bizarre way, not looking for her autistic child. It's just unimaginable. Even though I'm an autism parent, I'm a special education teacher, I wrote a book about the severe abuse of autistic children. You think that maybe people would cut me a little slack, and I think people on the live generally did, but these Proudfoot apologists.
Well, hell, we are now referred to as Proudfoot apologists. So because the misinformation and the salacious BS that she was attempting to do was being addressed last night by me, and I'm sure other people, they were blocking people out of her chat and stuff. But now we are Proudfoot apologists. So I went from being on a payroll to a Proudfoot apologist. Shocking, right?
Immediately, like not even an hour later, I guess, came after me. They were pretty nasty. Just
why all the jump splits in your video, by the way? This couldn't have been that hard to talk about.
Awful, like me. Let me.
We came after you. We're coming to take you away. Like, okay, we got another. They framed me. They set me up. They drug me here. It was an attack. All right.
Show you this person. This YouTube creator's name is Nonsense, aptly named. She spoke for an hour, I think, or about
more like 2.
Yours truly, me. About Sebastian, not about autism, not about a missing child.
Nope. I know it's the lane and I stay it. They fuck in it. It's called correcting bullshit like this and pointing out the intentional harm that you are doing in a missing child's case. Okay, carry on.
Not anything helpful, but just kind of want to tear down.
No, Julie, I'm not an author and didn't promote a book either, unlike you.
Somebody who came on YouTube to talk about Sebastian Rogers, get information out that possibly could get some justice for.
Oh my God, hold on, B-Fergs. Did you know that electronic medium, the one we reviewed yesterday morning, Chasing's video's down, but Chasing did a video last night. An electronic medium showed up in her video last night to defend herself and made the claims that she works with Ellie. The lady who used spirit boxes claims that she works with Ellie. And then she kind of backtracked. And then she said she works with the University of Arizona and named a doctor or a professor from the University of Arizona. And she's now trying to make this whole thing that she's being bullied and all these other claims. Absolute insanity. The lady who used spirit boxes. You can't make this shit up. That was yesterday morning's video. This was last night's video.
Sebastian, Nonsense went on and said, new character unlocked, chaos continued. Julie Profound Autism, that's me. On TikTok, I'm Julie Skolnick 739. Nonsense here has a lot of followers. 10,000 followers for YouTube is a lot of followers. I don't have 10,000 followers on YouTube. I just made that one live tonight. I have.
Ma'am, what you did was reckless and dangerous, in my opinion, because you interacting with a neighbor and saying that there's new information, breaking news, all of that stuff is misleading and it's harmful. And you have completely targeted. You actually said at the beginning of your live stream, and people can go back and watch when we review it, that you said, or when we reviewed it last night, that you said that the Proudfoots were not welcome anywhere over there. Block them if you even see them. You are targeting Katie based on an opinion you have formed of her for off of content on the internet and news clips. You are forming a strong opinion and attacking, and you are, because you made blatant accusations that are unfounded against these parents. Meanwhile, you go on to shame Chris because he's a step parent and who would ever, that couldn't be what Sebastian ever needed in his life. Meanwhile, you don't know them either. And then at the end of the video, you inform us that you are a step parent yourself. Make it make sense, Julie.
Like, not that many videos on there. I really don't go on YouTube. A lot of technical difficulties. This woman wanted to tear me down anyway. Let's see. Nonsense.
Just wanted to tear you down. Yep, that was the accusation, 100%. Beeferg, she will be putting it back up because you definitely need to see the interaction. It's very interesting. She only privated it right now because Miss Electronic Medium, aka Judy, that's her name. Again, I'm not doxing these people. They use their names. It is what it is. She decided afterwards to make a community post, and then she carried on to say that because she is also on the spectrum, that Chasing's video was bullying her. So she came in there, had all this interaction, a conversation with Chasing, made the choice to come in there, and then she decided to make all these accusations that it's bullying because she too is on the spectrum. So as soon as Chasing is finished with her letter that she will be sending to YouTube Legal with all the laws and the different things about exploiting deceased rights, things of that nature. Chasing also read the start of her videos or the start of her letter. It's excellent. If you want to help, there's community posts both on my page and Chasing's. I encourage you all to help. We need to get something done so this cannot continue. But it will be back up as soon as she is further along in that. But she is not going to let them rewrite the narrative of a bullying campaign, because that's not what this is.
Describes herself, hey y'all, just your friendly a-hole truth seeker with a YouTube channel. We discuss a wide variety of topics here in a very raw form.
That's not misleading. I'm an asshole with a YouTube channel. I don't think I could have. Well, I did say that myself.
Buckle up. You never know what ride we are in for. Like, just why don't you just come out and say, like, hey, we're just a bunch of nasty people who like to talk about other people who are trying to do something.
You call me nasty. That's fine. That's your opinion. I could care less if you call me nasty. I could care less if you call me anything at this point. You, my friend, Julie, decided to use your TikTok to do an entire series of deceptive language that you're not an expert in, and then try to use that to target the parents of a missing child, and used it to promote in multiple different videos your YouTube channel. Then you came to YouTube, did a test run in multiple other videos to promote your live stream. You call me nasty, I call you an exploiter.
Helpful for an autistic child. The only other thing I really know about nonsense is that she has this membership thing where you could be a sponsor for
all my links. Okay, end.
For her. She puts on her PayPal account.
I could care. This is actually fun.
And her Cash App account.
Those are links. They're never promoted in my live streams.
You can send her money directly. Live that I did tonight, somebody wrote in the comments, they said, Julie, you should monetize, turn this to monetize so we could send you gifts. And I said, oh, that's great. I really love gifts, but no, I don't want gifts. I don't need gifts because I'm doing this for Sebastian Rogers.
Is that what you're doing it for, Julie?
Help bring justice for Sebastian Rogers.
How do we know that justice is even needed? What if he just walked out of his home and there was a unfortunate event and a tragic incident?
Fine. Missing Sebastian Rogers. That's what I care about. But nonsense here.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round.
Clearly wants you to give her cash and send her money through PayPal. That's what she's about.
Yep, that's what I'm about. 99% of the people in here have never even heard me mention that those links are there, but thank you for doing that.
And she's also about tearing down people who are trying to do something good. According to nonsense, and only certain people can talk on YouTube and talk about autism or talk about cases.
Things I've never said.
That involved autistic children where they're missing for 8 months. Was this positive? How did you help make the world a better place today? Tearing me down?
By calling out your bullshit. Because the intentional harm and the destruction that you guys are doing to a family that we have no information that is guilty of anything is harmful. It's dangerous. The rhetoric that has continued to be spread and you amped up and threw gasoline on last night, because not only did you stream it, then your buddy Crime Time Buzz and other people, and you'd been going around to YouTube groups, all sorts of stuff, especially Betty's group, to promote yourself before you even did your series of all this bullshit. So while you think that I'm not making a positive influence in anybody's lives, calling out the misinformation and the harm that is being done to victims and their families absolutely serves a place and a purpose. I hope you have the day you deserve, Julie.
It's really gross content that you make.
Gross.
And it's not helpful. And it's not.
I'm never going to claim that I'm going to be responsible or involved in finding a missing child. That's not it. I'm in Arizona, Julie. The missing child is in Tennessee.
Funny. And it's not interesting other than the fact that you played me for an hour. That's your content? Me? Literally no creativity tonight that you can talk about anything else but showing me, use me to get viewers?
Oh, it definitely wasn't to get viewers. In fact, I probably think I lost a few because of your forehead, but carry on. Sorry, that was low.
What's that about?
And I own it.
Well, anyway, it's nice to meet you, Nonsense. I think we'll be chatting with each other this way because you keep talking about me. I keep talking about you. So we'll just have this back and forth, and that'll be fun.
I look forward to it, Julie. Oh, so another one that cannot back up what they're claiming, cannot stand on what they said. We should have given her grace. She doesn't know what she's doing. Oh, Cash is sending you money, babe. It was all for viewers, No, it's called harm that are being done. So there's that. But Julie wants to converse. That this could be an interesting series of Julie and me talking. I mean, we've got let's do a recap of who we've talked about this week, just for the shits and giggles. Let's just go. Thank you, Cash. Let's just go take a little gander over here for a moment and see who have we talked about this week, because it's been a hell of a week and we have accomplished a lot. So drama, yeah, we've addressed the craziness. We've already talked about that. We don't need to even do that. So let's go back 7 days. We've talked about Betty's light bulb moment has a misfire again. We talked about, oh, Freaky Friday. Shit, I forgot. Holy crap, how many people were in this one? We talked about Subaru Steve. We talked about the crazy lady from Facebook, and sorry, I'm using that term loosely. I don't know her actual medical diagnosis, but is making all the crazy rants about David and people being paid $1 million, and that lady that they used as a source of the 27 point whatever, that Love in Vegas continues to put all of their content back on YouTube. We talked about them. We talked about Subaru Steve. We talked about Let's Talk True Crime. Chevy Cool Lady. That was her name. We talked about Silver's on the Scene. We talked about Crime Time Buzz. Let's continue on. Who else did we talk about? We talked about the HOA, and I ran away from the HOA in a short. We talked about Betty. We talked about Brittany and Betty. We talked about Rich, Lolly, and Steve. We talked about Electronic Medium and Tarot of Hope. And now we have talked, Wilson, Wilson, aka Rich. And we also talked about Julie. That has been our week. And we talked about the drama, which they don't even need to be mentioned, but there's that. It's been a busy week. It has been a busy week. Toots, thank you for becoming a member. Teresa, thank you for being a member for 4 months. That is your weekly wrap up of all the shit that I've been involved in, all the fuckery. Just tattling on myself. Don't need anybody else to tell you what I've been up to. I'll tell you here. By the way, I've showered, I've worked, I've ran errands, I've cooked dinner, I've cleaned house some, I've listened to Kyle tell Steve off numerous times. Kyle and I caught up on, we're at the last episode of our show, and I'm like hanging on because it's the last episode before the next season, and that's a problem. We caught up on 90 Day Fiance and 1,000 Pound Sisters because that's what we do watch in our spare time. What's the other one that we've been watching?
Love After Lockup.
Oh my God. We did it last weekend. Kyle took me on a road. If we did a binge watch of Love After Lockup, I don't suggest that. I don't. I think that's what started off the week. No, what's the one we're watching on Netflix? I cannot remember the name right now.
Lincoln Lawyer?
Lincoln Lawyer. I love the Lincoln Lawyer, but I'm really disappointed because I only have 1 episode left. No, Greg, that's the last 7 days. Oh, I learned about long haul truck drivers, the difference between a Peterbilt and a Kenworth. You're welcome. Car haulers and an enclosed refrigerated trailer. I learned about tiny houses. That's always, I saw some really amazing pimples be popped. That's another thing I do in my spare time, and I get yelled at by Kyle to turn my phone because he thinks it's disgusting, and I am so infatuated with it. I just sit there and I'm like, oh my God, look at this one. It's amazing. That's my week. Lincoln Lawyer is super good. You need some of my vitamins? Pumpkin seed oil is what I take for my falling out hair. I didn't really want to, Chico, learn about long haul trucking, but my algorithm decided to. Don't ask me how this is happening. My algorithm is just weird. Lincoln Lawyer is so good. Okay, Cammie, I'm not the only weirdo. I've always loved those. I know, Sammy, I'm so bummed out too because we're kind of at a stall point. And for my 90 Day Fiance fans, can we just say the 90 Day Fiance the other way with the guy from Croatia? Ma'am, you should have left him for any one of his friends, any of the 3 friends that sat there with you, any of them. Why? Look, no. All of the friends were better caliber than the guy you went to see in Croatia. Next time, just take, they were nice to you too. Like, what a waste. Was it Steve? Fuck out. Yeah. Steve came and visited us too. My algorithm is always a wild ride. Ah, Cammie, yep. It's, well, Janelle, it won't, well, it will be over here. I've got so many videos laid out of misinformation. There are people that are coming back around that have been around that used to talk about the story that are coming back and going back to the start of the interviews and spreading misinformation. We did get a non-response from Lolly that we'll be talking about. We've also got another couple new characters that I'm going to introduce to you. Some of you know who they are, some of you don't. So we've got a couple new characters coming up. So next week we do have a few fun things planned. Not really fun. And I'm sure our friend Julie will be providing endless content and mindless laughs. Kyle wants to do a fun live and maybe dad jokes or just to kick it and talk all the shit because Kyle has been in that mood this week. So that will probably be either what you get tonight or this weekend. So buckle up because those are always fun. You think it's going to get worse in well, it could be. Could be. Oh, really? Bosch on Prime is related to Lincoln Lawyer, detective instead of lawyer. Watching that next. Bosch on Prime. We've got a whole dad book joke that we've never. Yep, Kim, that's who I'm talking about for one of them. The series on Netflix, the Lincoln Lawyer series, is amazing. Amazing. Your algorithm is full of turkeys, and it's Thanksgiving. So I probably will do some pie baking with you. So we might not even get through all of the misinformation, cronies, and all of that stuff next week, but because it is the holidays. I am almost done Christmas shopping too. I did finish up a few things last night. I'm almost completely done, which I'm so glad for. Toots, the name doesn't sound familiar. Lalu. What is that? Love After Lockup. No, I don't. I don't even know the. Yes, we will be doing some baking. I'll do some pie baking with you guys. Is the series relation? I don't know. I just, Kyle said no. New leaf. I throw it in an old school roasting pan, butter it all over, season it up, and we like a crispy skin. So I don't use a bag and I don't stuff it. I don't do stuffing or anything like that inside the bird. I don't like that. That grosses me out. But that's all I do. It's very simple what I do. Yep. Christmas is a month away. Philly girl, I have to stay busy. My girls had all sorts of outings. One had an outing last weekend and went off with a friend to the mall. They're turning into teenagers, and they have been teenagers for a while, but the garbage man is out here. By the way, our garbage, oh my gosh, they didn't come until 10 o'clock today. How dare these garbage trucks not come on a consistent schedule all the time? I wonder why that is. People in these garbage truck theories and what everybody's experiences with garbage trucks. Ours comes from 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes to 10 o'clock. Yeah, I don't either. How many of you use the neck or the gizzard for your stuffing? Makes the best dressing. I love, I think it's Culbertson's.
It's the green box. I don't even know. It's the herb cube stuffing. That's my favorite, my go-to. I add onion and celery to it. Your stuffing and your green. Ooh, cat's eye. I don't think I could do that. I'm not a big mix. I'm very basic. A turkey, a ham, mashed potatoes, gravy, green bean casserole, cranberries, because Kyle will eat over and over again, but he likes the jelloed cranberries that you slice, not the real cranberries. He loves the jellied cranberries. So he'll have like 2 or 3 cans of that. Homemade rolls, pies. Are we doing anything else? Just basic.
Kenzie's supposed to go live with Malfoy the monkey.
Kenzie's.
She's in Arizona till tomorrow. She can go pick her up.
Oh, swing on by. Cranberry sauce is the best. You guys like. What is your, before we end it out here today, what are you most looking forward to for your side dish? For those of you that are going to be cooking, I know that some of you are not cooking, or you're not having the traditional, or you're by yourselves, and thinking about all of you too. I know that the holidays are extremely hard for a lot of people. So just, even if you're not celebrating this Thanksgiving or have other things, or you have to work or whatever, tell me your favorite Thanksgiving food. You like stovetop? Butternut squash, corn pudding. Cheesy potatoes with ham, mac and cheese. See, that is so weird to me. Oh, sweet potatoes. Yeah, Kyle likes sweet potatoes. Thank you for reminding me. I would have forgot about that. That is something that I make. I make a small batch of that just for him because he likes sweet potatoes. Stuffing, and tamales. A lot of people like tamales. Pecan pie, honey glazed carrots, and sweet potato casserole and mac and cheese, stuffing with gravy, candied yams, all of it, cranberries in the shape of the can. Don't make me choose. Mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, green bean casserole, candied sweet potatoes, no marshmallows for you. Southern cornbread dressing and giblet gravy, fixin' to snap. One dressing with oysters and one without. Homemade stuffing for you. Kyle said, weird. Broccoli rice casserole. I haven't had that in a long time, FSU girl. Sweet potato casserole with marshmallow and coconut. Oh, yes, you can email me. I'm terrible at checking them, but you can email me. I'll get to it in probably like a week or two. Seriously, though, if anybody ever, and I appreciate all of the people that do email me, I always tell you guys, protect your peace. And that is one way I do it. I do not respond to emails very often. I don't even check them very often. It's been a long time since I've really checked many of them. I do like try to grab a few here and there, but it's just something that it's hard for me to manage all of the things. And that is one way I choose to protect my peace, because at the end of the day, I'm just an asshole with the YouTube channel. And if there is anything urgent, we all have access to 911. I'm never going to be able to fix anything. And if people are talking shit, it's not urgent to me. Let them talk all the shit that they want. I could care less. It's not going to impact me today, tomorrow, or any other day. Off of this YouTube, I'm good. Homemade eggnog. How many make, goodness gracious, why am I struggling this morning? Deviled eggs. Anybody make deviled eggs? Cabbage casserole. Mashed potatoes. Deviled eggs. There you go. Cat's eyes. So. Tamale recipe. Beef Frigs, do you have a tamale? Yep, just an asshole with a YouTube platform. That's exactly right. I mean, people's expectations of us are way too high at times. You know, we just got to remember and humble yourself. We're all just assholes. I'm not a professional anything but an asshole. And I don't pretend to be anything else. I cuss a lot. I drink a lot of Diet Coke, and I smoke a lot of Camel Lights. And I have a zoo. 5 cats, 2 dogs. And a lot of other problems. If you want to know about it, we don't have enough time. Ooh. You do deviled eggs with Thousand Island dressing. Eggnog. Oh, you guys are starting the eggnog shit already. That reminds me of avocados, Nunya. If you're still in here. Can you hear the disdain when I said Nunya and avocados in the same sentence? She'll know why. Take that and run with it. Go run to her and tell her that nonsense is talking shit. She'll know exactly why. Those fucking things. Ugh. I don't know how people do it. I have a thing with texture. You have 5 cats, 3 dogs? I love that. I love that. I love that you guys all have zoo. I'm enjoying reading your comments right now. Sorry, I'm just like, you make boiled custard? Interesting. Your son learned deviled eggs and home ec. I love that. It's called Facts here, and they do cooking and stuff. My girls have learned quite a bit. I love that they do it. They enjoy that class a lot too. That's amazing, Just Me Sunshine. I love those memories like that. Potato salad, green beans, cream potatoes. Okay, let's do one more thing. If you make pie or desserts, what is your dessert or your pies? Pickled pig's feet on the counter. Wait, what? One of them had hair on their pig knuckle? Beefergs, you're canceled right now. Miss, I don't give a fuck. Oh, thank you. You didn't need to do that. Seriously, I don't promote that stuff ever, you guys. I appreciate the support, but please do not. Like, she did more promotion of that than I ever have. Besides that one time, I better be correct because, you know, that one time we were in a bind and they'll use that as a gotcha moment. See, she said something different this time. 23 chickens and 1 cat. I like that too. I love chickens. 8 dogs, 2 cats, 5 rats, 1 gecko, 40 fish. I won. Yeah. Okay. Chasing's got it. Chasing might have the funny farm. That might be the location. Apple pie, rum cake, and pecan pie. 5 cats, 3 dogs, 2 squirrels, 3 hens. Oh my God. We all have these. Pecan and pumpkin. Okay. Pecan and pumpkin, carrot cake, pumpkin, and sex in a dish. I'm going to need to know what that is. I know what sex on the beach is as far as an alcoholic drink, but yeah, beefers, it sounds like it. You make a trifle. That sounds fancy. You went overboard with eggnog. Cinnamon rolls from biscuits and home ec class. I love making cinnamon rolls. Peach pie and pumpkin pie. Lumpia. Bourbon balls. You're not a baker. Oh, that's right. My Canadian friends had Thanksgiving already. I forgot. In my across the pond, I don't know when your holidays are either. So, but you can still give me your favorite desserts and favorite foods if you would like to. Sorry about that. I don't mean to exclude anybody. Apple, pecan, and banana pudding, sour cream, blueberry. Ooh, now that sounds good. They've taken home ec out of your schools. Oh, that's sad. Pumpkin, triple berry, and pecan, cherry, bread and butter pudding. You've got 2 ankle biter dogs. Apple, caramel, pumpkin. Ooh, chocolate cream, pecan. Low carb pecan pie for your hubby and chocolate cream. Apple stack cake. I don't think I've heard of that either. Pumpkin cheesecake. Ooh. A lot of people do pumpkin rolls too. Homemade fudge, lemon icebox cake. A chocolate pie. Chocolate cream. Chillings every Thanksgiving. Ooh. I've never had them, but I don't think I could do it. Just seeing them cooked on videos, I don't think I could do it. Pumpkin dump cake. Cherry pie. You want lumping music. Mrs. What are, I don't know if I should ask any more about what's lumping music. Lumpia. Okay. I was going to say, we might be headed south here. Bourbon cake, peanut butter pie. You have 18 dogs, 8 cats, and 1 bird. CRR. Okay. Do you rescue CRR? Apple pie. Rum cake. I think I may have the funny farm. I think we all have our funny farms, truly. 2 dogs, 4 cats, 1 fish, 1 rabbit. Ooh, I love the rabbit. Is it an indoor rabbit and does it chew?
We had 2 rabbits growing up that were litter box trained. They were named Humper and Thumper. Such, original names for rabbits. No, you are totally fine too. I give that disclaimer all the time because I always feel bad that I disappoint people with not responding to emails very fast at all. I really don't. Like I'm terrible about that, and I have been all along. So I just always want to give that disclaimer to anybody on here. Like it's not because I don't appreciate you guys reaching out or because I'm not caring or concerned. There's just certain boundaries that I have to have, and that's one thing that is a lot of time consuming in my history on YouTube in the last 2+ years. Emails are one of the biggest cause of drama and bullshit. So people constantly sending you shit that you just don't want or need or anything like that. So, but I will definitely check that out because that's fun stuff to talk about. So, Pika or Chico, I see you right there. Why don't you type my email address in the chat for Toots, please? I could do it, but I'm being lazy. I'm being lazy as fuck. I actually have been asking my mods to do stuff, and I feel horrible about it. Better than sex cake. NJ, it has been an absolute wild week. And I appreciate you guys. Let me say this before I end out here today. I appreciate all of you guys for going on this wild ride. I know it's been crazy. I know there's been a lot of sideline confusing drama, a lot of history that's being rewritten, and a lot of stuff that's being said and thrown about situations that many of you weren't around for. And please ask for receipts. If you are really invested and are confused or questioning things, ask for receipts. We have a standard that receipts or it didn't happen. Well, there used to be a standard, actually. It's not really existing anymore. People are really in a mode of an enemy of my enemy is my friend. The hate bombing is real. The weird lumping groups that all fire up at the same time. If you can't get just go look at just the groups that are forming to come at me off of complete bullshit, misinformation, rewriting history, gotcha moments. Like people I've never even spoke. Well, I take that back. I think Whistle Clown might have been on panel with Molly once or something in a video I reviewed like 2 years ago. People that are completely irrelevant to me that I don't even know are making videos. It's just weird. And it's like, what's your bigger purpose? Never done anything to you. Don't know you. Oh, I don't have to either. I mean, that's not the thing. Like you can make videos on anybody you want. But to intentionally choose to make a video that is completely full of lies, that shows me more about you than it will ever about me. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. Pumpkin rolls. Hey, Seymour. Coconut custard. I don't know, Cash. And Cash, we started off the week with Cash getting us in trouble too, because Cash asked a question in a chat and got cussed out by an account that none of us had ever seen before. That was fun too. Lemon meringue in honor of your dad. I love that. I'm way behind. Ooh, okay. Chico, Papa John's cheese sticks. That is, I love Papa John's cheese sticks with a salad. That's like my go-to when we have pizza. 1 dog, 6 chickens, 4 ducks, 6 ducklings, and 30,000 bees. Misbehaving. Beekeeping scares me, if I'm being honest. We're going to start that after Thanksgiving. I'll probably start making caramels, almond roca, peanut brittle. I just got to fit into my schedule. I have a few things coming up. I have another procedure in December and some meetings and stuff that I've got to do. But I'll fit it in and we will get to that. We've got a lot to do. I will try to make sure that everybody has, if you're going to do it along with us, it will probably be during the day when my girls are gone so I can have the camera on in the kitchen and stuff and not have to worry about them coming in and out of the kitchen. I hate making them stay out of the kitchen while I'm live.
for that. So there'll be daytime lives, but I will try to, the recipes are posted on my backup page, but I will try to make sure that they're posted over here. So if you guys want to cook along, you have the ingredients. I did go over in one of our live streams previously when I made apple crisp with you guys. I did talk about things that you will need. You'll need a hard bottom pan, a candy thermometer, some heavy duty cooking sheets or molds, depending on how you want to do it. 2 dogs, 4 cats, 2 dogs, 2 birds, all shelter babies. I love that. Adopt, don't shop. You have a doggy shelter. I love that. I absolutely love that. All of you that rescue and have shelters and stuff are amazing. 3 cats and 11 stray cats live on my deck. I have 14 cats in the home but I only own 3, 1 dog. I bring, the TNRs. I love that. And a bearded dragon and 2 kids. Stuffed prime rib. Okay. Tell me what the stuffed prime rib is. Potato salad and chow mein for the grandkids. I need to know about the stuffed prime. I do love me a good prime rib. And I'm way behind. Your cat is named Dexter also. I know our animals have such generic names over here. We have a Luna Eclipse. They're sisters. We have a Whiskey, who is an absolute terror. We have Smush, who was named by somebody on YouTube. We have Kiki's a whole beast in himself. Then we have Bella and Dexter. Thank you, Pika, for doing that. I had a bumper who humped my legs when I was on shorts. Thank you, Chico. You love anything with custard, huh? Cash, I don't have leggings on yet. I have short shorts on right now. I'll spare you guys my booty cheeks. Can you ask a serious question, aisle 4? Depending on. But sure, fire in the hole. Of course you can. Cash. Cash, what if that was somebody's email? That would be freaking funny. Them start getting emails, all sorts of weird shit. I'm a bushwatcher everywhere. Can I be dosed? Can people see me? Asking so I can watch that tonight and don't want at night to see me. Yes, I can see you, aisle 4. I think you have to be incognito and not comment in the chat, I would assume. I don't know. I mean, here's my personal take before people get anything twisted about Seth doing a live stream. Sebastian is Seth's son. He should be allowed to talk about him on his platform anytime he wants. Everybody else talks about him. I have absolutely zero problem with Seth having a platform and talking about his missing child. I think that's amazing. How it will go, who knows? I think At Night's statement and the weird licensing thing is weird. It's a YouTube video, so there's that. But please don't misconstrue anything I'm saying about I will not be restreaming it and talking about it as he's doing it or stream sniping or anything like that. That's just not how I work. Unless you're Julie. 2 horses, 5 dogs, 1 barn cat. For anybody new here, I grew up on a dairy farm. And I am obsessed with animals. If you like mini cows, Kyle's best friend owns a micro mini Highland farm ranch. It's a boutique farm. And I've got a lot of shorts with the mini cows and the calves when I was up there last time visiting. They're so freaking cute. If you need a good palate cleanser, the babies are cute. Oh, aisle 4, you're welcome. I think you just have to turn on incognito. I don't know how it works. If anybody in the chat knows how it works, when you're incognito, if you comment in a chat, can you comment in a chat under incognito? I don't know. You rescued your husband. Revival. Revival. Oh, unless you're Julie. Sorry. What up, chat? I was laughing at him. You guys, I've been just kind of all over the place too. I need to get back on a normal, consistent schedule. But when I have something to say, I just say it. And I just pop on and I fit things in when I'm done with work and I'm done with chores around the house or here and there. I just fit you guys. And I appreciate you guys just rolling with me all over the place because we just bounce everywhere. Yes, they are so adorable. There's somebody in the comment section that is they always will turn into big cows. No, these are actually genetic. They are the line of these cows They don't get over 36 inches tall. They do get wide. I mean, you guys got Finn. If you haven't been humped by a mini cow lately, go check out Finn. She's a humper. SS, I just saw you come in. Sorry that I didn't know that you had popped on panel right before me when I went off like a wrecking ball last night. So I apologize. I wasn't even paying attention. I was heated and had a lot to say. You don't eat pork. There's a lot of people that don't. Oh, SS, I'm good. I'm 100% good. I was just pissed. I just don't like liars. And there are so many fucking liars on the internet right now that are coming out of their little woodwork, and so much intentional chaos and bullshit and harm. And oh, I forgot. What am I doing here? I heard the other day that I was decapitated. There's people saying that I've been decapitated. So I guess this is non-existent. My head's rolling around on the floor. Please do not kick it as you're walking through. I mean, just the wildest shit. Like, what? What? It's just so stupid rewrites. No, I know. I know you were SS, but I felt rude because I didn't even know until this morning that you had popped up there and were on panel when like she pulled you up and then me. I didn't even realize that until this morning when I went back and rewatched it. When I pop on a panel, I don't look at the chat ever. I don't have the chats up. And that was the first time I've ever used Restream. So I was sitting there just like staring at, and I wasn't even paying attention. I just had stuff on my chat like to say, and I just popped off. So I felt bad. Right, Chico? Chico, right. I know. I'm good with where I am. I'm totally good. No new friends. No new friends. And that's not to say that I don't appreciate all of you guys. Again, please do not take that personally whatsoever. It's just the chaotic bullshit of intentional grown-ass adults screaming and hollering at each other all day on the internet. I mean, hey, we kind of do that too, but we have friends like Julie. Julie likes the back and forth, so I'm interested to see where this goes. I feel like me and Julie are going to form a wonderful bond. I'm excited for somebody. Cash, knock it off. Pika, that was by the way, that's Pika's fault. I can blame shit on everybody this week besides me. I just existed. I'm just here. I caused a lot of chaos that I didn't even realize, though. All right, y'all. I am out of here. We might be back later on this evening. Kyle does want to. He's got his joke book out, and he has been right, Chico. Right. Michigan wifey, no, not. You guys are so funny. She was. Please go give Julie a view if you haven't, or watch the rewatch with us. We skipped a lot of it, but Julie's intro of like, if you say one negative thing, like it's gonna be a rough ride for Julie to be reviewed, and I kind of love it for us. Truly, like I love to have a good back and forth discussion through TikTok that I don't even do anything besides post funny videos of animals on, and YouTube. Like I love this multi-platform weirdness. I'm here for it. Shit. The last 2.5 years has been anything but normal. So this is like a new buckle up ride. And I don't think Julie's going to become weirdly obsessed and like I think Julie is a grown woman. I will give Julie that. So I feel a little safer engaging with Julie than most people. Oh, thank you, Feisty Nana. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day too. Hold on, let me go get the man before he takes off for the day so he can say goodbye to his friends. By the way, if you need Kyle's feet pics, hit up Cash. Cash is profiting. And for those of you that are new here, this is truly Cash's island. We're all just living on it. So when he tells you to hit the dislike button, it's because it's really his island and because he controls my adult child's
And y'all know how that goes. And my adult child controls me. So by proxy, this is Cash's island. We all just exist on it. You want to tell him bye?
Bye, everybody. Have a good day.
You got any special messages for Cash?
Fuck Steve.
No, I said Cash, not Steve. Yes, I do, Michigan Wifey. I just have pics of cats and videos. I did do some of Am's story over there. Kodo. Cash is selling Kyle's feet pics for profit. Kyle told Cash he might need a loan the other day. You don't have anything for Cash? Just fuck Steve. We're gonna have to change Steve's name because poor Steve. Like, Kyle is just not having it. Welcome to YouTube, Julie. Welcome to the island. Hold on. I got a button before we leave for Julie. Why does this Revival, what is wrong with me? Let's not go into detail. Oh, by the way, for those of you that have not seen my obit, I heard that there might be another obit on the horizon because Revival has been writing again. So we might have a new obituary written by Revival for me soon. And if you don't know, that's some of the funniest shit that's ever been written on this app, in my opinion.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games.
Welcome to the jungle, Julie. I'm going to have to make a button for Julie now, too. And Duchess has been working on our little train wreck golf cart situation of the village's escapees. So we've got that going, too. But yeah, don't answer that question, Revival, about what's wrong with me. We all know. But for some reason, these people like CS and the other liars, like, they don't entertain me. But Julie, I'm kind of excited about where this relationship is going to blossom. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your Friday. Be safe out there. I will either see you sometime soon with a fun live with Kyle, or we'll do content. See you guys later.